Hey guys, it is Friday, and Friday is usually a pizza dinner night in our house. I make our crust homemade, and I will make a double batch like I'm gonna do today. And once it's done rising, I separate it into at least 4 balls to freeze. And whenever we want pizza, I just grab one of them out, let them sit on the counter for like an hour, and they roll out like a dream, and you're ready to make homemade pizza whenever. So I don't have any dough in the freezer, and I thought I would make it with you to show you how quick and easy this like perfect pizza crust is. I already measured out the flour because that's no fun to watch. This is 4 cups of flour. If you were just gonna make pizzas for tonight, just cut this in half because this will make 4 good sized pizzas, or 3 pizzas and 4 personals. That's actually what I'm gonna do. Okay, 4 cups of flour in here. The yeast, I'm gonna use instant yeast, and I get it in the jar because I use yeast quite a bit. But so it's 1 packet is 2 1/4, I believe, yeah. 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast equals 1 packet. Since I'm doing a double batch here, I'm gonna double that. So I'm gonna do 4 1/2, but I don't have my 1/2 teaspoon. They're both in the dishwasher, so I'm gonna use the 1/4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wish I had my 1/2 teaspoon, but I don't, so 4, oh, just 2 of these, yeah, no big deal. What am I thinking? It's Friday, I have lunch with girlfriends, so I'm making up the dough. I have time to let it sit for like an hour to rise before I stick them in the freezer. And I'm gonna keep one in the fridge for the kids to have dinner tonight. Okay, that was the yeast into the bowl. And the coolest thing about this dough is you don't have to proof your yeast first. You don't have to knead this dough hardly at all. I do it just to make sure it's incorporated. It's so simple. Okay, so into here, I'm gonna just do a couple shakes of garlic powder. I've never measured this. It's a double batch, so I'm gonna do obviously a little, like double what I normally do, but really not too much. I'm gonna do 2 1/2 teaspoons of sugar. So I only do 1 1/2 when I'm not doubling it, obviously. And then I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of olive oil into here. Oops, that was a bit much. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I have, the recipe calls for 3/4 a cup of warm water between 105 and 115 degrees Fahrenheit. I have my handy dandy instant read thermometer, and ours is sitting right now at 106. I have a 1.5 cups in here, and if you didn't have a thermometer, it's warm. It's a little bit more than warm, it's not hot. Pour it in, and we're just gonna mix it together. Like, so simple. I'm sure you have absolutely all of this in your house. Maybe not the yeast, but if you invest in a jar or in some packets, so you always have some laying around, it's just so convenient. Okay, and then you're just gonna get this together. I might stick my, hand in here to, I'm going to get it nice and incorporated. And then I'm gonna stick plastic wrap over top and let it sit. I've let it sit for up to 2 hours before, and I've let it sit for as little as 30 minutes. So I would say minimum of 30 minutes, maximum of like 2 hours. It will rise. It doesn't necessarily double, but it does rise. Okay, and I'm just gonna, I'm kneading it right now just to make sure all of those ingredients are nice and as incorporated. And then I am going to, if your dough was like too sticky at this point, add some more flour. I've never had to with these ratios. The leftover crumbs I'm gonna pour out. I'm gonna drizzle this same bowl with some olive oil, grab my dough, and kind of get it all lightly coated in olive oil. And I'm gonna stick some plastic wrap on here and let it rise for an hour. Pull it out, take a butter knife or whatever, cut it in fours, put it each fourth into a Ziploc bag to freeze. They freeze so beautifully that I almost prefer the frozen dough to roll out. I mean, you let it thaw, but it really lets that gluten relax, so it makes rolling out a dream. Okay, give this pizza dough a try. You will not be disappointed, I promise. And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day.